Calm.
What's going on, bro?
What you say, my brother?
Life's great, bro. Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, man. Obviously, let's just have a little introduction.
Yeah.
My brother, DJ A. Dot, goes by.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
You obviously know me as that, right?
Yeah. Obviously, we kind of go way back.
Okay.
Yeah, we go back
15 years, 16 years.
16 years. Yeah,
Long
man.
time,
School
man.
times.
Wow.
And obviously, a lot has happened in your life. A lot has happened in my life. And I feel like earlier last year, we came across again, crossed paths.
Randomly. Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, we crossed paths, and then obviously we reconnected again, and then I thought, it'd be good to sit now and have this conversation and kind of have a little catch up on like where life has gone, because you live an interesting life for someone.
It's weird, right?
yeah. For someone who's obviously from a Somali background.
Yeah.
So I think it'll be good to kind of unpack a lot of your experiences and decisions and life inspirations and passions, and how you navigated through life to eventually be where you are now. Mashallah, I feel like you're very successful. I see your Instagram, and it's very active. It's very active. Every night you're somewhere and you're shelling it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so I think it would be a good place to start, like, bro. Like, so yeah, going back, bro, like say obviously I think going back to when you were born is a bit too early. Let's go back to just school times. School times. Like how was your experience in school? And going through school, like what were your inspirations? Because obviously you're a DJ, and that's not something that
you come to school for.
Yeah, you come to school for real.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, yeah, but yeah, if you can just take your time with that.
No, when I started year 7, I was just a troublemaker, if you remember.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was a bully, because I was nowhere near a bully, but I just enjoyed fighting. Basically, stand my ground, if that makes sense. And before going to year 7, I was told, listen, when you go to year 7, you gotta, so that people stay out of your way in a sense.
You got to stand up for yourself.
Yeah. Not that anything happened to me, because I've never been bullied, never.
Yeah.
But it was just a case of, let me just see what I can do, kind of thing. And it was really terrible, because there was people like in year 9, year 10 that were like, all right, cool, like, it's cool. Do you know what I mean? And I remember I was in a boys' class, and it got to the point where I got moved to a mixture class to see if I'd calm down, because there's girls there.
Okay.
But it wasn't the girls that calmed me down. It was more my tutor, Mr. Badu, if you remember.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Obviously, African guy.
Yeah. Was he the
maths teacher?
The maths teacher. Yeah.
And he used to call my mum in every like month to see how I'm doing, like improvements, so on. And I can't lie. Till this day, I'd like to thank him personally, because if it wasn't for him, I don't think I'll probably be in jail, I reckon.
Okay.
Mr. Connor, you remember?
Yeah. Another maths teacher?
No, she was my head of year. But bro,
yeah,
I've never met someone so horrible in my life. She's I'll tell you something, yeah. If I come in late by 1 minute, I'm in school after school detention. Right, and I will never be late. Every time, any little thing.
System vibes.
Bro, she was terrible. What else? And I remember one day she called my mum in for a meeting because I had a fight, and she was like, "Look, you're gonna have literally 2 choices, and the third is yours." I said, "What's that?" She goes, "You're either gonna be in jail by the time you leave school, or dead, or you're gonna leave with the best GCSEs possible." And I kind of felt like I had to prove a point, basically. And yeah, that's when I decided to change my life, basically. Not just because of what she said, but
yeah.
I kind of owe it to my mum. Because my mum getting pulled in every single week or month, it's a bit embarrassing, but you're at that age where you don't really care anyway.
Yeah.
But that time I was in, year 9? So I was like, do you know what, let me wake up.
You woke up at the right time as well, just before the GCSEs properly kicked in.
Yeah. Like, I wasn't dumb in school.
Yeah.
It just, I didn't put the effort in.
Okay.
So when I started putting in the effort, everything changed. Then I realized, okay, cool, maybe I'm not actually dumb. It's just my behavior. So yeah, I started, not chilling with certain people anymore. just keeping myself to myself. And then, yeah, man, I done well at school. And yeah, I just want to forget her because
Yeah.
there's two people in this world. There's people that are actually horrible and there's people that are just born horrible, like from the heart.
Yeah.
That was her. Do you know what I mean? Now, she said I would be a failure in life. And do you know what's funny? I see her at a petrol station about 2 years ago.
Oh, mad.
2 years ago.
That's mad.
And I just looked at her. You know, she was in that bang that car. I just looked at her. I didn't say a word. I just looked at her. She looked at me. Her face just dropped.
Mad.
And then I was it. For me, it's like that was my closure. Does that make sense? It's just my closure. For me, it's like, you said this. You thought I was going to, potentially even be dead.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly she was in for a shock, but what can you say?
Yeah. So obviously that was so from like that's more or less the later years.
2009.
Yeah, the later years of your school tenure. And then obviously you went on to college.
I didn't go to college first year.
Okay.
My dad was so into like IT.
Okay.
Because that's the kind of business he's into.
Yeah.
So I went to an apprenticeship, and I completed it. I finished it, smashed it. Got the certificate from Florida. That's where they sent it from. It was called MCITP. So literally, you take a computer apart, you put it back together, you program it, all that kind of stuff. Like, if you think you've seen IT technicians come to your room and fix things for you at school, for example.
Yeah.
You ain't seen what they do here. It was mad. And then I completed. Then I was like, don't want to do this anymore. So then that was what? It started in July, finished around December. So from December to like summer, I didn't do nothing. I was just chilling at home, just chilling.
Yeah.
But that time is when I started getting my driver license. So I had things to do.
Yeah.
Just I wasn't studying anymore.
Yeah.
And even a job back then, to get a job was so difficult. Everyone's telling you to bring your CV in, but no one's giving you a job.
Yeah, facts.
What,
like, did you do the whole thing of like going around?
Yeah. I printed like I'll never forget this day. It was a Tuesday morning. I printed out about 60
CVs.
What do you call it? CVs, right? And on Oxford Street, from, Tottenham Court, all the way to the end.
Mad.
Every show I went into, and one of them called me. It was like a lingerie.
Okay.
I was like, nah, I'm not working there. I was like, forget that. And then what did I do? Then I went back to college.
Okay.
But this time I went out to William Morris, is all the way down Hammersmith.
Okay.
Simply because I just wanted to go somewhere where no one knows me. I didn't want friends. I just wanted to focus on my studies, and do well, kind of thing. Did that, and then the second year, no, I did that, but then I had a job at Morrison, Saturday Sunday job.
Okay.
But then that job turned into a supervisor in 6 months, and then a manager another 6 months later. So by 20, I was basically managing the checkouts.
Mad.
And I really enjoyed it. It was a great time. The team there was crazy. But that made me leave school in a way. I was like, okay. So I left school, did that, and then
Why did that make you leave school? Because obviously was it the
I
financial? Okay.
Obviously money wise, yeah. Like
Yeah.
At 20, who gets money at 20?
Yeah.
And then so
No, it's
I was getting ridiculous money for 20, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you're managing a flagship store. It was great. But for me, it wasn't just the money. It was just the people that I was working with as well. Like, I felt like I lived there more than I lived at home. I'm always there.
Yeah. Where it becomes your second home eventually.
Yeah. 100%, bro. 100%. And then I would say 2014, I went out in Napa with the boys. And I always liked music.
Okay.
I've always liked music. And when you go to the club, I used to think, this in my head while I'm just having a great time, this tune, that tune, he's shit, she's shit. That's what I used to think, but it's just in my head.
Yeah.
And then before I became manager, one of the supervisors, he was a DJ.
Oh, mad.
So I said to him, I remember when I come back from my Napa, I was like, look, what do I need to buy to become a DJ? And he's like, you need to get a controller, a laptop. So I bought that. Come to my house, he goes, you got to count beats. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. I was like, it's a new language.
Mad.
I was like, forget it, just put it away. 3, 4 months later, he goes, why don't you try house music? Because obviously it's the same beat.
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? Makes sense. Tried it, kind of got the hang of it. And then I just kept continuing to do, like, watch videos and see how they mix. And then I started mixing acapellas with instrumentals, which is quite hard.
Yeah.
But somehow I got the hang of it. And then started making mixes. I ended up DJing at the Morrison's staff party
Oh,
for
man.
Christmas. And that was like my first experience of like DJing to people.
Okay.
I was so shit. But back then I thought I was really good. And then I started doing house parties, obviously more exposure, you're getting better, you're getting to know what people do like, what they don't like. But I knew where I wanted to be, which was the club.
Okay.
And weirdly enough, the club that I used to party at, I ended up becoming a resident at.
Oh, mad.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah.
But obviously I never knew this would happen at that time. And then I remember I went to Malia in 2016.
Okay, yeah.
And obviously by then I can mix. I've been making mixes. So I put a couple of those mixes into a CD and I just, not for a job, I just thought, let everyone just listen kind of thing.
Yeah.
And the Beach Festival manager, or owner, whoever he is, he hit me up. He goes, look, I'll pay €130 for 30 minutes. Do you want to come down and DJ? And we bought tickets for that festival for €50.
Mad.
So I said, cool, give me my refund. Obviously, I'll come in.
Yeah.
So yeah, now my boy's on that side, I'm on this side, and
So he got hold of your CD.
Yeah, the CD. Yeah, because obviously he had my number.
Yeah.
So obviously he messaged me like that, and yeah, it happened. It happened so quick. It was so weird. Like my boy's on that side, I'm on this side, and back then, right? Drake, One Dance, Controller,
Okay.
those were the songs that come out.
Yeah.
But Malia's more.
So what years are out? This is like
2016.
20.
Summertime, yeah. And it was so weird, bro. Malia's very house oriented at that time. So I'm now playing, and no one's really responding. Bearing in mind, I'm playing
one of the biggest songs.
One of the biggest songs.
Yeah.
Within maybe I'd say 15 minutes, people started to come forward, and it just picked up. Like by the time I come off, there was people there. Like it was great. It wasn't like, oh, you've done a shit job. And then that's when I decided. Like it just clicked in my head because we had Lethal B, we had who do we have? We had Fecky. We had quite a few people that obviously listen to you. You're like, oh shit. Do you know what I mean? That's when I realized, like, do you know what? This is the life for me. I want to be a DJ.
Okay.
So I come back from holiday and I was like, I'm going to quit my job. I'm going to be a DJ.
So how long was you working at this Morrison's? This is still Morrison's?
This was Morrison's. So I was still working there, yeah. So obviously I started there in 2013.
Yeah. 2016, you're in Malia.
2016, I'm in Malia.
Yeah.
Obviously, when I went to Napa, 2014 is when it clicked for me. I want to be a DJ.
Okay.
And I remember when I said, like, I want to be a DJ, people's like, yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can imagine.
But every single time I said I want to do something, it's always, don't be silly. Do you know what I mean?
And who's that coming from? Was that family, friends, or was
Not necessarily family.
Yeah.
Because obviously family will always support you.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so how was that experience with your family? Because obviously, like I was saying,
my mum was the biggest supporter.
Oh, mad.
My dad, not necessarily because of the DJing, it's more the fact that he wanted me to be like him from day dot.
Okay, and he's very technician.
Yeah, like he's a businessman, so he wanted me to be in business.
Okay.
And for me, it's not. Forget money. Money's nothing.
Yeah.
Obviously, it makes you happy,
bro.
but for me, what makes me happy is what I want to do. And he wasn't really too keen on it, simply because of the fact that religion.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's religious, but just religion-wise.
No, facts, bro.
Whereas my mum, she's completely different. My mum's very open-minded.
Okay.
So, and obviously, my dad as well was like, look, you can make more money doing what I do. And for me, it clicked again in my head. I was like, do you know what? I'm going to show you. I'll make more money than you. Not just being
just for
arrogant,
bragging rights. Yeah.
But just to show you
that it could
you're
work.
wrong.
Yeah.
And
I think as anyone growing up, like I feel like your biggest obstacle to overcome is usually your parents. If you have an ambition, if you have any sort of urge to want to do something that's away from what they think is plausible, or what they think is a good route to a good success or good life or anything like that. Because growing up, being coming from a Somali background as well, just living and just being a good person and good faith and just practicing religion and just then eventually getting married and then just having an okay job just to pay your
that's what it all inspired.
That's what it all inspired to. You know what I'm saying? So I feel that as well, because when I was kind of growing up, obviously I was into the arts as well. I was like, drama was my thing. Like if I didn't start in a drama play at school, then the play was not there. Like it was shit essentially. But growing up, like my dad, we still kind of clash now. You know, when I say I do filming, he says, "What, dancing?" I was like, "No, bro, I do I do filming." You know what I'm saying? So like I feel like I had to kind of go through that as well, kind of just convincing my parents just to kind of give me a chance. You know what I'm saying? I don't want anything from you. I don't want financial support, nothing like that. Just give me the chance to not necessarily prove you wrong, to just let me show you that it could be done. Because obviously we've kind of spent a lot of time kind of recovering from, you know, all the stuff that we've kind of left behind, and you know, the Civil War, and a lot of our generations, my generation anyway, I came here, I'm in my 30s, so the war happened around, you know, early 90s. Yeah, I was literally born when the war just went off, and then my parents and my family just scattered everywhere. Some went in Europe, somewhere Americas, you know, and we eventually came to
That's
England.
what it is. I feel like right, with the Somali community,
Yeah,
the way I see it, especially being the job I'm in,
yeah,
one, they're all contradicting people.
yeah,
Okay. If I was to marry a Somali girl, I'm not marrying just her, I'm marrying her mum,
yeah,
her nan, her auntie, everybody.
yeah,
So I might as well just be in a relationship with all of them.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I'm trying to
Facts.
say? And they hold on to the past too much. We're now in 2022. You got to move on. You know, if you see, I don't know, my hair is blonde, for example,
Yeah,
they're gonna think I'm crazy.
yeah,
When really I'm not crazy. I'm just like you.
yeah.
But it's just they're so in their ways. It's a joke. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Definitely. Bro.
That I don't personally agree with. But the thing is, everyone's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah, man.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? It's a bit weird because you say Somalis, right? I have had a Somalian come to the club, okay? And they're like, "Oh shit, you're Somalian." I'm like, "Yeah." "Oh, you're representing."
Yeah.
It's a great thing, right?
Yeah.
But then 2 minutes later, the same person turned around to me and said, "But you know it's haram to be a DJ."
What the fuck
And
you
I'm-
doing in the club?
in my head, I literally looked at him. I was like, "But why are you here then?"
Yeah, facts.
And then that same person went to the bar to go get a drink.
Mad.
So why are you having a go at me for?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Facts. But when you said that as very contradicting kind of people, I think we like to do things behind the cameras, behind the scene, behind not people knowing what we're doing and whatnot. And I've always kind of been someone who's out in the open. Like I don't really care, you know, what you think of me. I'm not necessarily doing anything to harm you, to harm myself. I'm essentially just chasing a dream, or you know, something that I want to do, pursue a career that's different from what's normal for a Somali person to be doing. You know, whether it's working in IT or driving a cab or having a business or whatever, you know, people do in that sense. That's not for me.
Do you know what I think is wrong with Somalians, right? If a Somalian, I don't know, footballer comes out,
Yeah,
everyone's talking about it. If a Somalian singer comes out, everyone's also talking about it, but they're going to talk about that person in a different manner.
sure.
But they're both successful.
Yeah,
So why are you down talking them?
yeah.
That's the problem with Somalians.
Mm.
If you see, I'll give you an example. If an English person walks past another English person, they're not even going to bother looking at them.
Yeah.
Whereas if a Somalian walks past another Somalian, they're going to look at it up and down, examine every part of their body, and in their head they're already saying something.
Facts.
It's not nice, is it?
Facts. No, I hear you on that because I don't know what it is, bro. I think I don't want to point to religion and say, oh, it's because of religion.
They say it's religion every single time. Listen
No,
to
it's
this,
not.
right? I've had a woman say to me, I was DJing for this Somali wedding.
Yeah.
And I've always refused to do wedding, but because this girl, she's a good friend of mine, and it was her sister's wedding, right?
Yeah.
I said, I'm going to do it. And this woman came up to me and said to me, "Oh, you're a DJ, this and that. It's not good for the religion." But then, hold on a second. What do DJs do? They play music, right? Okay. So if you go to a Somali wedding, what are they playing? Music. What's the difference?
Yeah.
She didn't know what to say.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Facts, bro. Facts. I don't know what it is. I think it's just
they try to use the name of a religion.
Yeah.
But really, it's not the religion.
It's not. I think it's just breaking certain taboos. You know, because of where we're coming from. As much as there was music and there was, you know, these different types of careers to pursue back then, I feel like with any person from a religious background or from a third world country as well, when they come into into Europe or these spaces where you could be free, they hold on to the aspect of religion and they use that to live through it. But a lot of them are very contradictive in the way they live through that, because in one way they'll be like, oh, religion, 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 but then when it suits them, it's like, no, we'll do it this way because that's what makes us happy. If you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bend the rules a little.
Bend the rules a little to suit what their
Needs are, yeah.
what their needs are.
Yeah,
You know. But yeah, go on. Obviously after so this is after Ayanapa, not Ayanapa, so this is 2016 Malia.
I come back,
Yeah.
and you know, the club that I used to party at, the DJ there, Woolsey.
Oh yeah, Woolsey, I've met him. Yeah.
That's my guy. And if you look at Woolsey from, let's just say you walk in a room, you look at Woolsey, he looks very unapproachable.
Sure.
But I've never had that issue with him. Every time I ask him, what's this song, or, you know, any little thing, he'd always answer.
Mm.
And I said to him, look, bro, I'm a DJ, but I want to learn how to DJ the club way. Can you show me what to do? And he's like, yeah, no problem. So, you know, I went out with him to one of the clubs that he DJs at, just to see it from this angle now. Because obviously being in a crowd is completely different. You don't see anything. You just see people dancing left, right, center. And yeah, it clicked for me. I was like, do you know what? Cool. He goes, look, why don't I teach you how to DJ? But come out with me every week, kind of thing. So that's when obviously the job problem started to happen.
Okay, yeah, because then you have
commitment like issues. I'm working a day job and then I'm going out, like I'm shattered. So tired. And you know, I thought I could do it both.
Yeah.
Because obviously I'm not going to be getting paid from this DJing. I'm just going there to learn.
Yeah.
So I started to get really, really tired, really like, it was weird because I'm transitioning, doing what I want to do, but I'm not happy in a way. I'm going to the club and, bro, no joke, I'm yawning.
Mad.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, he will drive there, I'll be sleeping for 2 hours. So really and truly, when I wake up...
And also, you're travelling out.
Yeah,
like, where is he taking you?
So this was Hastings, like, towards Brighton.
Okay,
Down.
yeah.
So it's about a 2 hour drive. So it was just too much. So it got to the point where, I don't know if you've ever been stressed out before, because I never knew I was stressed, but it got to the point where I was like, I need to probably go see a doctor now. Okay. And the doctor said, look, what'd you do? I told him what I'd do. He goes, you got a choice to make here. He goes, you got to either do this or you got to do that. And then, so I was like, do you know what? For myself and what I want to achieve, I'm going to do this. So, so I quit that. And then I'm now obviously spending the money that I had saved to go to these places and obviously warm up, learn what I needed to do to obviously take it to the next level. And it got to the point where at one point, this is like maybe September 2017, my mom was like, is this really worth it?
Okay.
Right? Because obviously I'm not bringing no money in.
Yeah.
But I'm always going out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, every week for months and months without a job. And I was like, Mum, look, maybe not today, but it will happen. I know it will happen. I just stuck by it. And then, so I started with Woolsey, January 2017?
Sure.
New Year's Eve of that same year, I was doing Prison Brighton.
Man.
By myself, right? And from there onwards, it just started to go up and up and up and up and up. But I just didn't expect it to happen so quick.
So once
I flew the nest, because I was only with him from January 2017 to, I'd say, to about September, I'd say. So about a year and a half in total. But in terms of doing my first gig alone, it wasn't not long after, literally the same year, which is quite unheard of because people think DJing is just press play. Like when my friends come in the car and say, I can be a DJ, I'm looking at them thinking, no,
give me the aux.
I would love, if you knew how to mix, I'd let you actually DJ because I promise you, I'll give you 5 minutes, you won't go any further.
Mad.
Do you know what I mean? And yeah, man, I got to thank God, obviously, it happened, it worked out. Because a lot of DJs, bro, like, there are some in the game that have been in the game for like 5, maybe 10 years, and they've only maybe got one residency, or maybe even none. Like, to get a residency is like trying to get into the White House, basically. It's not easy. You gotta either know the right people, and in my case as well,
you gotta be good as well. Obviously.
You gotta be good. You have to be. Of course, you have to be. good, bro.
Yeah.
And yeah, obviously the people I was around. You know, if you're around millionaires, you're potentially going to be a millionaire.
Okay.
I was around the right people, but it was weird because I just thought me and Walsh would just be associates. But he turned out to be one of my closest friends. You know, who's obviously helped me, brought me in, and you know, once I obviously flew the nest, and I got to stand on my own 2 feet and do what, like, you know, build connections with people, speak to managers. Like DJing ain't just, yeah, you're just coming to the club and DJ, and you got to do so much, bro.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to go, let's just say get hit up by, a manager, you got to negotiate. Like, you know how artists got management doing all this for them.
Yeah.
DJs, unless you're some sort of superstar DJ.
Yeah, and you've got an agency that can deal with the background.
You got to go and negotiate. You got to do this. You got to do that.
Yeah. And what's that experience like as well? Obviously, say you're resident at maybe 4 or 5 different spaces.
Yeah.
So your first place was Brighton space, Prism.
It wasn't a residency. It was just a gig.
A gig for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
But my first official gig was Prism Watford, the club I used to party at.
Okay.
And I wasn't good at negotiating. It was weird because I remember when the manager said, "Oh, so what do you want to get paid?" I was like, "Whatever you think I'm worth." And now looking back at it, I could have got more money.
Okay.
So yeah, and obviously with money as well, that's something that people don't. I find it so awkward to talk about money. So awkward.
Yeah. No,
I know, and I understand what I'm worth.
Yeah.
But if you ask me, also, how much do you want for the night? Me telling you, I don't know, 350. I just find it awkward.
Yeah,
I can't even tell you that.
Yeah.
I'd rather just text you that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
100%. Because when I do projects as well, and someone would approach me and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I want to do a music video or a documentary or this or that and the other," I know exactly what it takes to film it, to edit it, you know, and then obviously you set a price, and then that price can go up depending on if there's reshoots, if there's more to edit, you know what I'm saying, this, that, and the other. And I find it so hard to sit and have that conversation and tell you, because you don't know what the response is.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
100%.
And you don't know if the price that if you're pricing yourself out of a job, or
you wouldn't hit it right in the middle.
Yeah, or if you know what I'm saying. So I can imagine, you know, like how difficult that is for you. So like, how was your first experience when you had to go into an office and then speak to a club manager and be like, "Yo, I want this much"?
Do you know what? When I left Watford, I went to Camberley, and that was, I would say, the first time I'm now asking what I want.
Yeah. So before you was just taking what
I was given.
Yeah. Or what I was worth. What you think I was worth.
What he thought I was worth.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, he didn't undercut me.
Yeah.
But now looking back, like, that's probably like the bottom of the barrel.
Okay.
Like, it wasn't £50 before everyone, you know.
Yeah.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
So then, when I went to this other club, I asked, you know, X amount of money, and I got it. So now I was like, okay, cool. Now I know what to do. And then, you know, during the pandemic, for example, obviously Walshy, my boy, he's really good at negotiating. I'm like, bro, you're getting pay rises left, right, center. What are you saying to them? Like, you got them on the ropes or something? He obviously, you know, spoke to you. He said, look, you just got to be direct and say it how it is. So coming back after the pandemic, obviously I started new clubs, brand new residencies for all my gigs right now, which means obviously I got to negotiate again.
Yeah.
And I just said it how it is. I said, this is what I want. If they don't want it, I'm staying where I'm at.
Okay.
If not, I'll move on. I'll come to the club.
Sure.
And bro, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes when I look at how much I'm on now, it's mind blowing, because for an R&B, hip hop, bashment, Afrobeats DJ, it's unheard of.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I've already broken barriers. Sure. I'm talking main room money. Do you get it?
Yeah. You're basically, if you want to have fun and you want to go to a club where they play this types of music, you go to this club when this DJ is playing, essentially.
Basically, yeah. Like, obviously, you can't just say it like that, but it's more of, you got to build the room, you got to build the night.
Sure.
And people will start coming out. Like, you know, when people come up to you at the end of the night and say, "Oh, you know, I had a sick night, thank you," kind of thing. for me, it's just like, yeah, thank you. That's what, I don't really think about it too much.
Yeah.
But for them, it's like, okay, I'm gonna come back
Sick
again.
night. Yeah. I'm coming
And
back.
it's weird, bro. Like I DJ at Bristol on a Saturday, and there's this specific group that always come out, but they don't just come out. They get the best booth in the room,
Yeah.
which is a lot of money.
Sure.
I asked them literally on Saturday, just gone. They had about 7 bottles. I said,
Mad.
bro, first and foremost, I said, why do you not spend so much money to come to this club on a Saturday night? I just wanted to know why.
Yeah.
He goes, bro, we know, forget the money, forget the tables, forget the bottles. We know we're going to have a great night. And to hear that, for someone to spend their hard, earned money,
Yeah.
it's a great feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know them. They're not my brothers.
Yeah.
But now they're my brothers because, wow, you're coming out for me.
Yeah.
You get it? So in a sense of, are people actually going to come out for you? Yeah. If you do your game right.
Yeah. And then obviously that comes with building yourself up and essentially kind of taking the steps required to then, be consistent at your job and be good at your job, to then, create these experiences for people to then be like, you know what? I like coming out on a Saturday night here because this DJ is playing.
Yeah, it's weird, man. It's weird. When I post I'm going to be here, for example, there's always someone. I'll be like, oh, yeah, all right, cool, I'm coming. Or I can't make it, I'm working today. Like, they'll just remind you that they can't make it.
Can't make it, yeah.
And it's weird. I'm not a celebrity.
Yeah.
I'm nowhere near a celebrity.
Sure.
But the thing is, the way they show you love is as if you're one. Because don't forget, bro, being a DJ, you're the main person at club. I always remind my boss this. I'm like, if you just walked out at 1 o'clock in the morning, no one will care.
Yeah.
If the bartender was to walk out, someone will care because they need a drink, but they won't really care.
Yeah.
If
So you
security
might have
walk
given
out,
someone a free drink. Yeah.
I said, if I walk out, within 1 minute, that dance floor's gone.
Yeah. It's true.
Do you see how important a DJ is now?
Yeah. Facts, bro.
It's crazy, bro.
Yeah,
it's absolutely crazy. But yeah.
So obviously now, this is 2016, 2017 now. You're active. You're getting residents. Coming up. And when did it start? For you, like when it became like, okay, now I'm reaping the rewards of my all this money that I spent to learn, all these Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays I'm going out to spend my money to learn from Orshi. Like when did it begin to make sense, essentially? And obviously
I would say when I started earning more than what I was on when I was a manager.
Okay.
When I was on the money I was on at Morrison's, right? At that age, I was very comfortable. Can afford what I want to afford, basically.
Yeah.
When I started earning that or more, that's when I knew I was like, do you know what? Cool, I've now made it.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just, one club a week and the rest I'm just sitting at home. I was in 2, 3. If not, I'll be going out with my boy, seeing other people. Like, I wasn't complacent, basically.
Yeah.
I wanted to do more and more and more every time. And then obviously the pandemic hit.
I was gonna say, So how did that affect, obviously, the pandemic?
The pandemic, it's weird because...
So this is it's 2017, 2018, 2019, you're like Christy. Now you've kind of got into your stride.
I got into my stride, right?
Yeah.
And then I remember I said to my boy Walsh, I said, bro, like, I can't lie. I love this DJ game. But this is before the pandemic, by the way.
Yeah.
I want to go back to work.
Mad.
And everyone looked at me and said, you're crazy. Like, would you need to go back to work for? I was like, look, obviously money is extra, but it's not about the money for me. It's more of just, I kind of want to live a normal life. Because don't forget, bro, I've been working since 15. When they send you away to do your the 2 weeks.
Yeah. Work experience,
right? Since then, I've been working. So I'm used to interacting with people. Don't get me wrong. People say, yeah, but you're the DJ, you interact, you see people, but you don't really talk to people.
Yeah.
You're so focused on that dance floor.
Yeah.
You talk maybe to go get a drink, or can you play this song for me? That's it.
Yeah.
So, I went and got a job again, right? And it was only like a part-time job. But then when the pandemic started to hit, I remember I said to my boy Enquiries, Walsh, go get a job now. Before everybody starts to get a job, go get a job now. And no one saw what I was seeing. I can see it coming.
Yeah.
But no one really took me serious. Anyways, the pandemic hit, and with me, I'm one of those people where if a problem occurs, find a solution. Obviously, my solution was to go to work, but just put more hours in.
Yeah.
Bro, kid you not, during the pandemic, I was doing 6 days. I'll start 11 in the morning, and I'll finish at 11 p.m.
Mad.
Right? Completely different world. I went from pressing buttons to now delivering cucumbers.
Mad.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, who does that? And the thing with DJs, right? They're arrogant. DJs are arrogant. It's a fact, okay? Because you got a flashy car, you got money, you got the girls, you got everything going for you. So to go back to work is so embarrassing for them. It's like, I'm better than that.
Yeah.
And for months and months and months, I see DJs complaining on social media about money. In my head, I'm just thinking, bro, go get a job.
Yeah.
How hard can it
Drop
be?
the ego. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Before you know it, my boy's got a job. One worked for the NHS. Another one, don't know what kind of job he had, but he had another job. And I was like, oh, so you man now listening to me? You got a job now, yeah. Like,
Yeah.
it was funny, innit? Because for me, it was like, I see it coming. No one wanted to listen to me, but now you're listening. And then every other DJ that was complaining during the pandemic, they're now posting them working. And I'm like, but I thought you was embarrassed.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. 100%.
But then I feel like their mindset changed, which is a great thing to see.
Yeah.
It's not embarrassing, bro. You're going to go to get money.
Yeah.
Even if you're cleaning the streets, yeah.
You got bills to pay, essentially.
Exactly.
And that period of the pandemic, was you just before it, essentially, was you still kind of connected? Did you still have like contracts to fulfill?
No, with DJs so where I work, we all get contracts, but it's not those contracts where they just say, you sign up for a year and you have to be there for the year.
Okay.
If the GM doesn't like you and wants to get rid of you, once you finish your job, he'll tell you you're gone. That's how cutthroat DJing is.
So once you finish that night, I'll be like, you're not coming back.
Yeah. So if a GM, let's just say my GM gets sacked.
Yeah.
And another GM comes in from another club and he wants to bring his DJ.
Oh, mad.
He'll be like, bro,
sorry.
Good night. That's it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So as a DJ, you got to always be on your A game in the sense of. But yeah, no, it was crazy, bro. And the fact that I only went back to one of the clubs, one got shut down, another one, I left to go Bristol. Yeah, I only went back to one of them, and that was July, August, September, and then I left to go to Basildon on a Friday, and then all the rest, bro, they're all brand new. It's a blessing, isn't it? It's weird because I'll tell you another thing that's so weird, right? You know that saying, speak something into existence and it will happen. Before the pandemic, I've always wanted to DJ in Bristol, and then I got a gig for Halloween there, just to DJ there for the day, and that's it. But anyways, I ended up getting a job there. They offered me a job. I said, yeah, cool, take it. I said I wanted to DJ up north, should I say? I got one in Nottingham, yeah.
Mad.
And then I said I wanted to DJ in Essex. I got one in Basildon.
That's
like
mad.
Everything I said in my head or to my friends, it happened. It's crazy.
Yeah. So you more or less travel out.
Yeah.
Do you have a residence in London anywhere?
That is probably the closest.
Okay, Basildon.
Basildon, yeah. That's about 55 minutes drive from my house.
Okay.
The rest, they're all far, bro. Like, my mum complains saying she never sees me, or even my brother. Like, they call me the neighbour. Literally, they call me the neighbour. Because when I come home is when they're going to work or whatever.
So you work at night, obviously. They work in the morning.
Yeah. So, unless I'm staying at a hotel.
Yeah.
I like my bed. I tried. So Bristol, for example. Bristol's far, but I drive there and I drive straight home.
Okay.
Because I just want to be in my bed.
Yeah.
It's nice to stay in a hotel, get drunk, whatever, but I'd rather my bed. So yeah, the travel, bro. See, DJing is great. You go to the club, you DJ, you do this, you do that, but you got to put so much effort into it, because you haven't got a social life, even though you do, because you're the one making a party.
Yeah.
You really haven't. So my friends, for example,
you make the social.
You make the party.
Yeah.
So my friends, when I first become a DJ, they always complained, you forgot about us, you don't want to be around us, you're missing out on my birthday.
Yeah.
Important things. And I got their frustration, but I needed them to understand listen, if I call you on a Tuesday night and tell you to come out,
Yeah.
can you come out? No, why can't you come out? Because you've got work. So how can I be upset at you?
Yeah. Facts.
This is my work.
Yeah.
If I don't go, I don't get paid. What, to come to your party?
It's facts.
Don't make no sense.
Facts.
And
How about you bring your party to mine? You know what I'm saying?
exactly my point.
Yeah.
So when I remember this is like maybe a year and a half ago, 2 years during the pandemic. It was one of my boys, the one that was always complaining. This is when it was all together, just chilling. He goes, "I just want to apologize to you." I said, "Apologize for what?" He goes, "I now understand what you're trying to say. I didn't get it then, but I get it now." I was like, "Now I know it hit you," which is great to see, because you don't want to lose your friends over a job, but this ain't just a job; it's now my career.
Yeah, man, it's reality for you, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not something that you can get away from. It's literally a job. As much as it's a, quote unquote, a fun job, it's your livelihood, essentially.
It is. And another thing as well is that for them, it was a shock, because we're used to queuing up for a club, getting patted down. Sometimes they'll look at you and be like, "Yeah, not tonight." To now, you're coming straight through as if you're the red carpet is what that for you.
Yeah.
And in their head is like, shit, is this what you're really on, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because they didn't expect that. Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Facts, yeah, man.
And yeah, bro, like, it's nice to change people's ideas of how things were supposed to be to how it is now.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And the people that turn around to me and said, "Look, calm down. Like, this is a bit." It's like, because let's be real, bro. DJing is a bit like playing football. You either make it or you don't make it.
Yeah.
So if you make it, you might be DJing in a pub or a bar, or you make it as a footballer. You play in a prem, and you're DJing at these big clubs.
Yeah.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
And I just got to thank Allah, bro.
Yeah.
That's what I say. I always say it, you know. And even going back to like my dad, you know, when he finally realized where I'm at, you know, he's obviously going to see my car.
Yeah.
How do you afford that car unless it's in drugs? Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
He's realized, it clicked for him. He goes, "You know what? I doubted you." But he goes, "I just want to just tell you that I'm proud of you." And the day he said that, bro, I kid you not, that was worth more than anything, because
I can imagine.
now it's not the religion or it's this or that, or even what he wanted me to be. It's now him accepting what I wanted to be.
What you want to be.
And that experience I've had with him, or just say my family in general, has made me decide what I want to be like for my kids in the future, if that makes sense. You know, just for him to for him to realize and understand that, you know, he had a plan for me, because you know how parents are, they have a plan for you. To him now understanding and seeing that, okay, maybe he was right. Yeah. Because ultimately, let's be real, if you put religion to one side, it's all about making money.
Yeah.
That's the reality, right?
Yeah, man. You got to pay the bills.
As long as you can provide for yourself, potentially, you know, when you get married, your family, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
And, bro, everything I've had in my life, everything. Don't get me wrong, my family have always been, like, comfortable with money. If I wanted money, I'll get money. Yeah. It wasn't, we haven't got money. But to be able to not ask for that and get everything. Bro, when I was, you know, all that apprenticeship money, I saved for lessons and a car. You know, you see people that age get given a car because they done well at school, or they did that, they did this or did that. I never had that. I've just worked for it. Yeah. So for me, like I said, working life is great. Hence why I obviously went back to it. Even till this day, bro. You know, people see me DJ left, right, center all or most nights. Yeah. You're active every night, bro. More or less, yeah. Yeah, but I've still kept that job. Yeah. It's only 10 hours, 9 hours a week. Yeah. But the reason why I've kept it is because I just want to feel normal. Yeah. Because DJing is a rock and roll lifestyle. Yeah. You know what I'm trying to say? Yeah. So when I go and, you know, drive a van, for example, bro, I kid you not, I feel like a normal human being, basically.
There's no expectation of you other than just doing your job, like, you know, just, you know. Don't get me wrong, people that work there, they all look at me like, you know, why are you here, kind of thing. Why are you here? Because obviously they see me on social media, they're like, bro, you don't need to be here. Yeah. You know, the security guard at Gatehouse, he's like, bro, like, how'd you afford this car? Do you sell drugs? Because I know Tesco ain't paying you that kind of money to be doing this. Yeah. So for me, it's like, I get it, but for me, it's not about what people think or
what people expect of you. Do you get it?
Yeah.
I'm happy to go and work, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I'm earning all this money, I'm living my best life. Technically speaking, I don't need to go work there.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show that, one, I'm humble. And two, bro, the next stage of my life is to buy a house.
Yeah, facts, bro.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
While I'm,
Inshallah.
it's like footballers. They're not going to be on that 300k for the rest of their life.
Yeah.
So while you're getting that,
yeah,
make use of that.
yeah.
And the pandemic is what changed
peak,
my mindset.
Yeah. Okay.
Like before the pandemic, I'll be like, Yeezys, yeah, that, yeah, this, yeah. Because for me, it's like, let's just say that jacket and those trainers are worth, I don't know, 350.
Yeah.
I know I can make that back in 1 gig.
Yeah.
So for me, that's a bad mentality to have.
Yeah. So you buy it and be like, fuck it. That's
You know how people are used to
fast money.
Yeah.
It's essentially like that, but it's not. But it's like you get it fast, you spend it faster as well.
Yeah. People are used to waiting a month, yeah?
Yeah.
To get their money.
Yeah.
We get paid every week.
Mad.
So
and you're obviously as busy as you are, so the amount that you're getting a week, some would be quote unquote getting that at the end of the month. So for you to just go, okay, I like this one, I like that thing, I'm gonna buy it because then I know next week I can just recoup and then and then just kind of recover from that.
Tomorrow's gig will
cover that. Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Bad mentality. It's a great because bro, I swear to you, when I made it, right, as a DJ, and you know, the money is coming in, I couldn't believe it, bro. Obviously now it's even more mind blowing.
I can imagine.
But back then, it was like, bro, I was waiting for 2.5 every month, and I was just about living good. But now it's double that, or even more than that, and I'm like,
yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So what would you say, bro? Where's your happy place now? Obviously you do what you love and everything else, but I feel like where would you say your happy place is? Like what do you look at and say, you know what, alhamdulillah? Do you know what I'm saying? Aside from job and everything else, obviously these things make up that. Maybe even your job could be that. You know what I mean? Your happy place could be your job.
Should I be honest with you? Right?
Yeah.
When I go to the club,
Yeah.
and I press play,
Yeah.
and the place just goes crazy.
Yeah.
That reaction,
Yeah.
that's my happy place.
Calm.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
I remember I had this one guy, he come to the club, this is a while back. He was like, bro, you smashed it tonight, man. Well done. He's like probably early, maybe 40s. Older, like a bigger guy, right? And I was like, because with me, I'm just like, yeah, thank you, that's it. I just keep it moving, right? He's like, bro, no, he goes, listen. He goes, I've got so many problems at home.
Yeah.
He goes, you made me forget about that for these many hours that I've been here. He goes, I just want to say thank you so much. And on the drive home, it was just in my head. I was like,
Keep playing back.
yeah, like, rah. He actually forgot about his problems because of me. You know?
Yeah.
So it's just little things like that. Another thing is obviously to be able to afford what I want. I'm a humble guy, you know? I don't think I've changed. If anything, I'll probably become more humble. And I'd say probably being able to treat my family when I want to treat my family. Like my nan, for example, you know, even though I'm busy, I don't see my friends here and there. I'll make sure I see my nan, for example, every week.
Okay.
You know, clean her house, take her shopping, just treat her right.
Yeah.
For me, you know, her praying for me or my mum, that's enough. That for me is my happy place.
Calm.
And of course, going out to eat, bro. I'm a fat dog. Do you know what I mean? I love that. But yeah,
you don't see it though.
Never. Somali's never get big, bro.
I hear you.
Yeah.
And there's something else I want to touch up on. Obviously, I see you got a sleeve issue. Is that half a sleeve or is it full sleeve?
Half a sleeve, yeah.
Half a sleeve. When did that come about?
Bro, I've always liked tattoos.
Yeah. And this is only I'm asking because obviously coming from where we're coming from, our background, culture and whatnot, you know, how did that come about? Like, when did you have?
I've always wanted tattoos. It just, I'm scared of needles.
Okay.
Bro, if I need to go get a blood test taken, it's a myth.
I can imagine.
So, you know, I set targets and goals for when the pandemic's done. I'm gonna hit these targets, you know, within my life or just in general. One of them was, I'm going to come over that fear with this needle situation and just go get a tattoo.
Sick.
Because I've always wanted them.
Sure.
Anyways.
And when was this?
The first one was June. Yeah, June. And The second one was in October
Of last year.
of 2021. Yeah.
Okay,
So
so this is
literally-
quite recent.
Yeah, literally quite recent.
Okay.
So literally, because the first one was a massive one, it's from there to there,
Yeah.
and the second one's from there to there. So that's
Okay.
a forearm.
Yeah.
Boom,
Yeah.
Done.
Yeah.
Because if you're gonna get a tattoo, like I see people that get tattoos of cats and dogs. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
gonna get it done. Get it done properly. 'Cause,
Yeah.
bro, the pain is not easy. Do
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like
How long? How long did they spend on it?
the first one was about 4 hours. Second one just under 2.
Okay.
But it was proper detailed, bro. Like
I can't. Aside from the physical pain, I can't imagine what you had to go through with your family. Like, how was that experience for them? Or was that something that they, because of your lifestyle and
it's nothing to do with my lifestyle.
Okay.
Even if I don't know, clean the streets,
yeah,
nothing to do with my lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like I didn't get a tattoo because of my job.
okay,
I just got it done because I've always lacked it.
okay,
It's just I wasn't brave enough to go get it done, if that makes sense.
yeah, yeah,
So when I got it done, it was, don't get me wrong, my family wasn't happy about it, but what I like about my family compared to other families is like, some families will be like, do you know what, you're out. Whereas my family is like, we're not happy with it,
but obviously
but it's your
it's still
decision.
family. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Do you get what I'm trying to
yeah,
say?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't understand that, to be fair. Like, when an individual makes certain life choices, and then you would expect your family to be behind you, especially if you're not bringing harm or to them or to yourself, there's levels to that as well. But I don't understand how families would discard an individual for making somewhat some people deem a good decision or a bad decision in life or whatever, depending on what kind of background you're coming from. I don't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people
I
should
don't
make
either.
people should be able to make, because at the end of the day, as a Muslim, you have to deal with your sins regardless of who doesn't like what you're doing or who does. At the end of the day, we believe certain time in when whatever, like you have to answer for your sins, whatever sin you think is right, or you know what I'm saying. So
Yeah.
I don't agree
Do
with
you
that.
know what I think, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, we all are either born into religion or we're not.
Okay. Yeah.
What I find mad is that, so for example, me, right? I was born a Muslim.
Yeah.
I pray every day, fast every year without fail.
Sure.
Okay? I'm not great. I'm not perfect.
Yeah.
But then someone who's on the other side, who's also Muslim,
Yeah.
but for example, doesn't pray at all,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm in a better place than you because I'm at least even trying.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. Yeah.
Not perfect,
100%,
but you're trying.
100%.
So for someone to come up to me and say, this, that, at the end of the day, that's your opinion. And I respect that.
Yeah.
But also respect mine.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it, bro. That's how I see about it. Because if don't get me wrong, bro, deen is important.
Yeah.
Okay? We're all on this earth for a reason, and we're all gonna go one place. That's everyone, right? But at the end of the day, it's not you who I'm gonna be answering to.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Facts.
So that's how I see it, man.
I hear that. What would you say is saying that then? What would you say is your biggest regret in life?
My biggest regret in life.
Biggest regret in life. Something that you look at and think, I could.
I wish I had the mind that I've got during the pandemic.
Yeah.
10 years ago.
Okay.
Because if I did have that, one, I'd be in a better place. Not that I'm not, but in a better place. And I'll definitely have the house that I'm after.
Okay.
Bro, the day I get the keys to that house,
Yeah. Yeah.
life is complete.
Okay.
Apart from
And is that because of your habits of spending?
No.
Okay.
I've never been a bad spender.
Okay.
It's just, if I see something nice that I want now, I'll be like, forget that. Let's save up for the house. Whereas before, it's like, the house can come later. But forget about later. It's about now. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah.
So for me, and also my sister got married 2 years ago. And, she's gone and bought a house, not last Christmas, the Christmas before.
Yeah.
And that inspired me a bit more as well. Because I was
Okay.
like, if my sister can do that, why can't I do that?
Okay.
Do you get me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When someone close to you does that,
Does something, yeah.
it kind of wakes you up a bit more.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, she did it during the pandemic, which is probably the hardest time to do it. But then again, I got my car during the pandemic, so the pandemic is irrelevant.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But obviously, it just made people realize and be more smarter with
Yeah.
their money.
Yeah, yeah.
Because obviously, I wasn't getting that DJ money during the pandemic, so I now knew how to wait for a month again
Yeah.
just to get money.
Yeah. Brought you back down a bit.
Yeah. I would say it humbled me a bit.
Humbled you a bit, yeah.
I'll be honest with you, bro. The pandemic was a blessing.
Okay.
I don't think I would think like that.
Yeah. Saying that, wallahi, I've made some of my biggest decisions to quit my job, start pursuing this whole kind of studio life, and like obviously doing everything else was just last year. So the end of 2020, I literally resigned, handed in my my resignation.
It's the best feeling, isn't it?
Wallahi, it was. I have never been, like, financially.
Yeah.
Obviously, then I was quite stable.
Yeah.
I was quite stable. I was getting, I was getting money, and I was, like, there was everything was stable essentially, and I didn't have to worry about money because I was working and my work was providing me a certain. But now I have to fetch for myself. Everything is like, okay, damn, like, who, like, if I'm not tapping people, it's like, hey, I can do this for you, I can do that for you, I can provide this service for you. So if I'm not fetching for myself, I'm not getting paid.
Yeah.
Essentially. So, but I've never felt so enriched and so liberated and so free in my whole life until I quit my job and actually just started pursuing what I wanted to do. Financially, I'm not like anywhere near where I want to be.
Yeah.
But in terms of my pursuit of happiness, my pursuit of career, and what I think is going to be good for me, I've never been in a better place ever.
You know what's mad, right? Obviously, most people work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
To be able to go out on a night out, for example, on a Sunday night.
Yeah.
And then as people are going to work, you're coming in.
Yeah, yeah.
There's no greater feeling.
I can imagine.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like,
Yeah,
I remember when I said when I quit my job, I was like, I'm gonna make mixes every other day. I'm gonna watch Netflix all day. Like, I had so much things in my head that I'm gonna do. Bro, you don't do none of them.
I can imagine.
You just sleep.
Yeah.
Any chance I get, I sleep. Because, bro, I am so tired. People always say to me, oh, you work at night, how you functioning?
That's mad.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, yeah, 100%.
What did I say to you earlier on? I said I was sleeping all day.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
tired.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah.
it's ridiculous, bro.
I can imagine.
Mad. Because don't forget, when normal human beings wake up at 5, 6 a.m., I'm actually coming home. Mad, isn't it?
What would you say then is your proudest moment? Or what are you proud of most?
My car.
Okay.
I'll say
It's a nice car. It's a nice car.
Yeah. I've always had the dream
Yeah.
of driving a Range Rover.
Nice.
And it's just a dream, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But
It's a
to make
dreamy
it-
car,
but
bro.
to make it, yeah,
it's
to
matte
make it a
black.
reality,
Sweet.
to make it a reality,
Yeah.
I don't know what to say, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Before I even got that, I wanted to get the Audi RSQ3, but I knew I'd get bought. I said, this car will excite me for a year, whereas this is my dream car. I know 2 years from now, when I step out of this car, I'll still have that same feeling. The only thing I don't like about this car is the aim I get. People's eyes are always on me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I can imagine.
It's like
Do you believe in the evil eye?
100%.
Okay.
100%. This is
Okay.
why I hardly ever post about my car.
Okay.
I don't post much. Not my private
Personal life. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
Yeah.
anymore.
I don't see anything.
The reason why I don't is because evil eye.
Yeah, yeah.
There's people. It's weird. The people that watch you the most are your biggest haters.
Yeah.
When you post something on story, there's always that top 3
Yeah.
that you don't really talk to.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
are the first 3 to watch at every single time.
Yeah.
Have you realized about that?
Facts.
They are the ones.
Facts.
Bro, when I go to, let's just say, Fizzy Park to go get some food,
Yeah.
I'm not a celebrity, but bro, I don't want people looking at me. I'd rather just think, yeah, some black guy.
Yeah, yeah,
Not
yeah.
a Range Rover, drug dealer, whatever.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
I don't want them looking at me because they'll be like, rah, he's Somalian. He's driving that car. How? What does he do? I don't want that.
Yeah.
Because that is going to give you all evilness, bro.
Yeah.
or evenness. I mean, police is enough of it.
Oh, man.
Forget that.
I can imagine. How often, obviously you've had it for under a year now.
Yeah, I bought it in April.
So how often, in that time, how often have you been stopped?
Every other day.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Do you know what it is, bro?
That's mad.
Their first question is, are you a drug dealer?
Mad.
Of course I'm not a drug dealer.
Yeah.
But then again, if you also think about it, how does a young kid like me afford, a 50 grand car?
Mm.
And another thing is, my car is obviously registered in London. I'm from London.
Mm.
I'm in different cities.
Yeah.
So what are you doing here?
Yeah.
You're selling drugs, aren't you?
Mad.
So when I say no,
You're
I'm a
an
DJ.
OT.
Yeah, I said, bro.
Yeah.
I got stopped not long ago, and he's like, he didn't say stop the car or put your engine off, whatever. He goes, oh, you're a drug dealer. And I said, no, I'm not a drug dealer. I said, do I look like a drug dealer to you?
Mad.
He goes, no. He goes, so then the other guy goes, how'd you afford this car then? I said, I'm a DJ.
Mm.
He goes, I'm in the wrong job then. I said, not really. I said, pigs only got one job.
Ah.
That shut him up. Shut him up straight away. Because if you're going to ask me silly questions, I'm going to give you silly answers.
For real.
But like my last car, I had a Mercedes, and that was even worse, bro, because they were known for trouble.
Yeah.
And it got to the point where I had to put a complaint in because they must put a marker on me or something. Don't get me wrong, I've never been caught for doing anything wrong, but I must have got stopped by the wrong person. And me, I only give you the same attitude you give me. If you're nice to me, I'm nice to you. If you give me some questionable questions, then
oh, you just if the energy and the vibe is a bit like
it's wrong,
then you're gonna get attitude for sure.
Of course. Just everything about the police, bro, I just don't like it.
Yeah.
I've come across some good ones,
but that's not enough to say all police are good. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. But I'll tell you something crazy though.
Go on.
If I wasn't a DJ, I'll join the force.
Okay.
But I won't be just one of these pussy old police officers. I'd be, those armed officers.
Oh, mad. Why?
Because I don't like going to do a job and it's the same shit. DJ, you might say DJing is like that, but you're not playing the same songs every day. Does that make sense? It's always different crowd, different energy, different whatever, different day even.
Yeah.
Police jobs is the same. You jump in the car, you don't know what you're going to encounter. Even this delivery job, do you know why I like it so much?
Yeah.
I don't know who I'm going to meet.
Mad.
My vision of a house, has completely changed. Because the houses I'm seeing now, marble floor, gated, bro, forget a flat anymore. I'm trying to get a big boy house because I've now seen it.
Does it surprise you the kind of people that open the door and meet you to take the groceries and stuff?
Yeah. Because you know what it is when you do a delivery job, right? And you go to certain houses, the gates open, there's a car. You already have a vision of
the kind of person that's going to open the door. Yeah.
But I've had some people open the door that I didn't expect.
Mad.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
A bit similar to when I step out the car.
Yeah.
They're expecting an Andy with a tie.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So it makes you more hungrier. It makes you want things more. And obviously the areas as well, like from Barnet to Romford to even N1 where I live, or Romford. I'll give you an example about Romford. Romford is a rundown area. Like you see the craziest of all things,
I used to live in Upton Park, so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So not Upton Park, but
I'm aware of that.
Yeah.
Area.
So Ilford, bro. I went to Romford. How long ago was this? About a month ago. I see reindeers on the road.
Mad.
And I thought I was going mad. I was like, you don't even see this shit if you just go to the forest.
Yeah.
You just see reindeer just walking around. But the thing about that place, they've changed it. The houses are now better. They've built I wouldn't mind living there. Luton. My sister's obviously bought a house in Luton. Luton, when you think of Luton, you think gypsies or, these weird people that live there. We see on, cops on cameras or something.
Yeah.
Just criminals.
Yeah.
It's also changed. My sister's now bought a house there. I go there.
Yeah.
And it's changing. So this job has also shown me which areas potentially to go and buy a house at when I'm ready to buy a house.
Yeah, I can imagine. Because you go to a lot of different places.
Yeah, different houses. But I've been to some terrible houses.
Yeah.
But then I've also been to, do you know who I delivered to? Couldn't believe it. Jeremy Clarkson?
Mad.
The guy from Top Gear?
Yes.
Bro, the house he lives in, ridiculous. It wasn't even him who approached me. It was this guy who had a shotgun.
Mad.
Imagine that.
Why the shotgun? It'd be like there's a black guy opening the door.
I had to go through like this long piece of land.
Yeah.
My phone signal was dropping as I'm getting closer.
Mad.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. You meet some famous people as well. Jermaine Defoe,
Oh, mad.
down Barnet sides.
Okay, yeah.
That's where all the footballers live.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, it's a great job, man.
Yeah,
It's
I
a
can
great
imagine. I can, like you said, obviously, with the DJing,
That also you meet.
you meet a lot, but
yeah.
the experience is different. You know.
Yeah.
You know, like you were saying, the fact that you're not the main point of conversation when you're the delivery guy, but you're meeting these people and the experiences that you're getting from this, in contrast to when you're DJing and you're the main person.
It's funny you say that, because when I'm doing this job, right, I can tell some people look down on you.
Yeah.
I can tell. I will never forget. There was this girl. She was her demeanor, you just know. She jumped, and funny enough, it was a black Range Rover. Okay,
Mad.
and she looked at me like I was some piece of dirt. I know she did, because I could see it in her, right?
Yeah.
But in my head, I'm thinking, you don't know what I'm about.
Yeah. You don't know
what car. I drive the same car as you.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna turn around and be like, don't look at me like that.
Yeah.
Because I've got this. I've got no point. If that's what you want to think, or if that's if you want to look down on me, that's cool. But to me, it's about being humble.
Yeah.
If I wasn't humble, bro, I wouldn't be doing this job.
I hear you.
Do you know what I mean?
I hear you. You got to like let go of your ego when you're doing like.
Yeah. Just do what you like. Just respectfully.
Yeah, respectfully. Yeah.
And just be humble. Even some of the customers that open a door to me, and there's always the older people, the nannies and the granddads. They're like, "This is what you do for a living," and I'm like, "This ain't the only thing I'm doing for a living." They're like, "You look a bit too good to be doing this job."
Mad.
I've had that about 4 or 5 times now.
Mad.
And in my head, you think certain things, but when people say it to you, it clicks. It's like, I actually thought this.
Yeah.
I know I'm better than this job.
Yeah.
But not in a bad way.
Yeah.
In a
course.
respectful way.
Yeah.
So when people are telling me, yo, like, why are you doing this job? It clicks again.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah, no, 100%.
And the tips, bro. The tips you get there.
Okay.
I don't know. Some drivers complain and say they don't get tips. But then if you've got a friendly face and, you want to help someone, like whenever I knock on someone's house and they're old, I'm more than happy to come and, put it away for you, for example.
Sure.
Whereas a lot of people don't want to do that.
Yeah.
I treat them like, if I see someone old, for example, treat them how you want to treat your nan.
Yeah.
Or your granddad.
100%.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
100%.
That's it.
Calm. Obviously, like how do you think you will influence essentially like other people with obviously being from where you are, your background and everything else. So how do you think you can affect and like influence your community and like all the people around you, bro? Just your family members.
I mean,
how do you think? What kind of effect do you think that will have on them, positive or negative? Like
family-wise, probably nothing more because my sister, she's got her own career. She works for the BBC.
Sick.
My brother, I don't know what he wants to do yet, but he will figure it out.
Sure.
Everyone, I've always said this. Listen to this, right? The experience I've had from my parents and how, obviously my mum believed in me. My dad also believed in me, but didn't want me to do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I suggest if you do have kids, for example, just let them figure it out. Because if you say don't do this or don't go out, they're going to do what you said don't do.
Yeah.
For me, obviously, there's a lot of DJs that always say, "Yo, I want to be a DJ. Like, can you help me out?" And for me, I'm happy to, because if I didn't get helped, I wouldn't be where I'm at. Somalians, I've never ever actually come across a Somalian who wants to be a DJ. I mean, if
they do, it's probably they just want to do a wedding here and there, like.
Yeah. I mean, I get offered to do Somali weddings a lot.
Yeah.
And
how often do you do that?
I did that once, and that's probably the last time I'm gonna do it.
Okay.
I know there's a lot more money in Somali weddings.
Yeah.
But like even just weddings in general, even private bookings, I always turn it down because the effort. It's just too much effort. But then, during the pandemic, 2020 summertime, I did a wedding in South London, and it was Arabic. I think they were Egyptian, or it was Arabic, right? And one was Russian. It was a weird mix, bro.
Yeah.
And African. It was just a mixture. But obviously they ask you to do this. This is for their, their songs and walk-ins and whatever. But then what they said to me was, you then also mix it up with what you think would work. And I had a great time, sick time. I come out of that place and I was like, I may have to start taking some private bookings because this is lit.
Okay.
And then 2 couples from that wedding then hit me up maybe 3 months later, and I was like, don't know.
You're not on it.
But then he said to me, bro, listen, my favorite tune is Abracadabra on deck.
Mad.
I need you to play that.
Mad.
That for me was like the
you knew what kind of
vibe he wanted. I was like, do you know what?
Yeah.
Cool. This is potentially a different kind of booking.
Yeah.
But he was Ghanaian and she was Algerian.
Sure.
So I had all the Ghanaians on this side, no, Algerians on this side, all the Africans on this side. I had all the aunties be like, hey,
what is this?
they're beating us, play our music.
Okay.
It was bare politics. But when all of that was done and I played for both sides and, they all had their first song and the family songs, the last hour was specifically just them.
Yeah.
What they liked.
Yeah.
But they didn't say to me, play this and this and that. They just said, this is my favorite song. You play what you think would work. And because they're Africans, obviously you've got to play Afrobeats.
Yeah.
Played Afrobeats, played everything else you can think of, all the drill. I've never seen a wedding where drill gets played. Amazing. And that was just in Tottenham, not too far from here.
I can imagine, yeah.
And since then, I was like, do you know what? I'm going to start taking them kind of bookings.
Okay.
So potentially. But Somali, do you know what it is with Somali weddings? It's just the politics.
Yeah.
That wedding I did, that I told you about, What do they call those people that do the drums?
The drums. I don't know this specifically, but I know what you're talking about.
Yeah?
Yeah.
They were supposed to have a set at 5 p.m. I came in at 1. They were supposed to do one at 5, okay? But she wanted to she took a microphone off me, okay? She didn't ask me, she just took it off me. That's Somalians are. Rude, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, I'm taking over now. But the girl who booked me said, no, continue playing the music until I say so.
Yeah.
So am I going to listen to some woman who also got booked? Or am I going to listen to the person who actually booked me and paid me?
Yeah.
So, yeah, you took the microphone off me, but I could just flick that button and make sure it doesn't work.
Yeah.
So that woman obviously apologized because she understood just the politics.
Yeah.
I don't want that.
Yeah.
Hence why I probably will turn it down.
If you was to get
Yeah, unless, you asked me to come, do your wedding, for example, then that's probably different. But yeah, just the headaches, bro.
Yeah, I can imagine, bro. And also, obviously, like, what's the lifespan of a DJ essentially?
See, all the young DJs up until, let's just say, 40.
Okay.
They tend to obviously do the main stuff. But then my favorite DJ is Tim Westwood.
He's active.
He's older than my nan. Okay? And he's still relevant.
Yeah. Facts.
So if Westwood can do it, why can't I do it?
Yeah. Would you get into like music, like industry?
No. I've always had people ask me that question, and no. For me, main room DJs that like house.
Yeah.
I feel like that's for them. I'm not. What am I going to produce? A bashment tune? No. It's not my kind of scene.
So
I don't think I'd enjoy it.
Okay.
Sitting in a studio and consistently think of beats and it's just I don't even have the time for it, even if I tried.
Yeah, and if you've never tried it before.
No. It's just not. It's not something I want to do.
Would you like go on a road with an artist potentially?
Yeah.
Have you done that before?
Not on the road, but I've DJed for them.
Okay.
I've DJed for artists. It's weird, bro. When I first started DJing, you come across these artists and it's like, rah, you're starstruck, and then it just becomes normal.
Yeah.
I remember a couple of years ago, one of my boys, one of my boys' sister was going out with Ratlin. Remember
Okay,
Ratlin?
yeah.
Well, Ratlin is friends with people like Fredo.
Mad.
So I'm DJing for Ratlin's birthday bash, and Fredo, Young Bane, all these man just pull it up, and I'm just like, this is mad. And that man, obviously they're all drug dealers, bro.
Yeah.
Every pull up was like minimum £20, £50. They're getting chucked out, bro.
Mad.
I made more money from all those monies pull ups, than I did even on the net.
Mad.
It was mad. But yeah, no, going forward, obviously, like you start to become less Star Trek. So like
the more you meet them.
Yeah. You see them as like you're just like me. You're not important.
Yeah.
But
I remember when I used to sorry, cut you. But when I used to do security jobs as well.
Yeah.
And I used to do security jobs for the O2.
Yeah.
So
So you get
inside,
everyone in there, innit?
bro, like I was on for the Watch the Throne.
The what?
Watch the Throne.
Okay, yeah.
The Kanye and Jay-Z's basically.
Was this back in 2012?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So they
That
were
was
there.
big, innit?
That was massive. It was so massive. Huh?
I said I didn't know. Sorry.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, I was there, bro. I was there for like 5 nights, and by the third night, you're like, okay, oh, this is this guy. Oh, it's this guy. But the
Yeah.
first night is like,
I can't believe this. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
We've grown up listening to them.
Yeah. Facts, bro. I saw Rihanna on the first night, bro. This woman looked like a goddess.
Yeah.
Wallahi, I was like, obviously, someone, you know, that we grew up watching, and you know, we fantasize about, and then you see her in real life, you're like,
Can't believe it.
bruh, this woman's actually stunning in real life. And I was just, I'm supposed to be watching the stage, so no one jumps on, and I'm just like, I can't take my eyes off her. Like, literally, it was mad. So I get it when you say, you know, like you become numb to it because
It's like some people treat these people like they're God. Like nothing's better than you anymore.
yeah.
And then it gets to the point where it's like, but you're just like me. You're just a human being.
Yeah.
Not that I'm disrespecting them, because they're a celebrity.
Yeah.
But like, I remember I got asked for a picture. I went to the toilet one time and I got asked for a picture.
Mad.
And I looked behind me. I was like,
Me?
who you talking to? Because I ain't me you're talking to. I'm like, you're talking to me.
Yeah, it's mad.
So it just depends who the person is, innit? Who loves you like that. Obviously, everyone got fans. I mean, essentially, DJ's got fans.
Yeah,
If people see your story, they want to come out.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, they're your
The
fans.
bro. Yeah.
They just obviously you wouldn't class them as your fans because you're not that guy. But
Yeah. It's different. If you was a movie star or like an artist of some sort, then label that person and say, I've got fans, would be like, okay. But when you're a DJ, it's hard to call someone a fan, you know?
yeah, they're not fans.
Yeah.
It's just people
Maybe
that
followers, or maybe
enjoy.
you'd have a different title for them, essentially.
Yeah, people that enjoy what you do is what I'd say.
Yeah.
Because I'm not trying to disrespect you.
Yeah, 100%.
But if you really, like, the reality is, yeah, of course they're fans.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Why would you not go to that club but come to this club because I'm there?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
100%.
Okay, I know you like what I do, but then again, it's like a movie star or a footballer. You may like the team he plays for.
Yeah.
So essentially, you're a fan.
You're a fan. Yeah. One last question. I feel like we've been here for a good time, and I've really enjoyed talking to you, my bro. One last question, and this is a very retrospective question. What would you say to a 15-year-old self if you had to give that person advice?
As in career-wise, or just in general?
Just in general. Like, how if you could go back now and look at your 15-year-old self, the person, or you know, maybe 13, 14 actually, when you was more or less in your reckless stage, you know what I'm saying, and you was trying to figure out yourself and who you are and what you wanted to do, what would be one thing, or maybe two things, whatever, like what would you say to that person, and just kind of to push on?
Just do what makes you happy and follow your dreams. Because I feel like, you know, we all got a life. We all got a job.
Yeah.
But someone in my position, I'll give you an example. A footballer is a footballer. He gets paid to play football, yeah?
Yeah.
That's technically speaking his job.
Yeah.
But he's not going to tell you, I'm going to work. I'm going to play football.
100%.
When someone asks me, are you going to work? I'm like, no, I'm going to DJ.
Yeah.
I don't see it as a job. So find something that you enjoy in life and do it. Because you're never going to work again.
100%.
That's not your job anymore.
110%.
Even though it is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
That's my advice to someone.
Yeah.
And don't look at anyone else. You know me, right? I've never... don't look at anyone else. As in, like, don't compare yourself to anyone else.
Yep.
And also, don't think about what people are thinking of you.
Yeah.
Because believe me, bro, if I cared of what people think of me, one, I wouldn't be a DJ. And two, I wouldn't even be who I am. Because imagine you're playing in a room to 500 people. You're not going to please 500 people.
Yeah, 100%.
You're going to have Stacey there asking for Chris Brown.
Yeah.
But you got 400 people singing.
Yeah.
Are you going to stop everything for her?
No, 100%.
So, tunnel vision.
Tunnel vision.
That's what I'm going to say.
Perfect, my bro. Thank you so much
No,
for
appreciate
coming
it.
down, bro. I
Appreciate it.
really, I do feel honored for you to be here. And like I've enjoyed this conversation. I feel like I could sit here and ask you 110 more questions, but we got to wrap up.
We'll do a part 2. In a
Yeah, man. Yeah, we
Time.
definitely got to do come back for this as well. But thank you. That YouTube stuff that people do. But yeah, thank you for tuning in and see you on the next one.